All right, we are here at Red 5 Studios, and I'm here with Scott Youngblood, the lead designer of a game that I hadn't heard of yet, but is one of the most impressive games on the floor right now, Firefall. And the first thing that really drew our attention was the impressive area they got set up here. They've got this huge area where they got all these gamers playing multiplayer Firefall and a big scoreboard that you can see from anywhere in the floor telling us how people are doing. So I was curious, as one of the first appointments I set up and one of the last appointments I got on the show. So why don't you show us what Firefall's all about?
All right. So Firefall is a multiplayer shooter that is played entirely online. It's set on Earth. It's a future Earth where humanity had discovered a new form of energy that they derived from this space originating mineral called crystite. Now, overuse of crystite led to a cataclysmic event that covered almost the entirety of the Earth with this sentient energy storm that we call the melding. We don't really know where it came from or what it's doing, but humanity is trying to survive the last remnant of Earth, which is called New Eden in southern Brazil. There are two parts of the game. We have a robust open world where hundreds of players can get together and do cooperative gameplay, performing missions, collecting resources, advancing their army technology. Armies are our versions of guilds, and as you play the game, you can actually improve your army by leveling up your technology, which offers you more abilities in the game. So today we're actually focused on demonstrating our online tournament play, and this is really kind of geared toward allowing armies to get together and fight all the technology that you've amassed. You know, you want to use it on the battlefield and be able to strut your stuff. So we have this game, which we're showing our Sunken Harbor, which is team deathmatch, and today we're showing it with army matchmade. So we have 4 armies that are going head-to-head against each other, fighting for dominance.
So you said this was a persistent world. What did you mean by that?
So when you log into the game, you're actually going to log into the open world, which is going to be shared by hundreds of players at a time. I mean, Firefall is played entirely online. There is no real single-player component. It's much more interesting to play with your friends. So when you log into the open world, you know, it's kind of up to you what you want to do. You can either go out and do cooperative gameplay with your friends or queue for, you know, competitive matches. And at the highest level, you can even queue for, you know, army-made tournament ranked matches and then work your way up the leaderboards.
So you have like one consistent character you can take anywhere, right?
Yeah, you have one consistent character, but the thing that's kind of interesting about the way that we've designed our characters is your equipment really kind of dictates your role. Here I'm wearing an assault battle frame, but when I choose, I can switch to any of the other battle frames that we have in the game. Progression is actually saved independently for each frame, so as I level up my assault, you know, I can unlock access to more gear, and then like down here you see my ability bar. Each one of these is a module that you can slot into your battle frame that does different sorts of things. So my first ability here is called Crater, which will launch me up into the air, doing a massive amount of damage to anybody that gets hit in that radius. Now the interesting thing about our abilities is there's combination opportunities to where if you're intelligent about how you use these abilities, you can actually be more effective. So let me demonstrate one of those. My second ability is called Afterburner, which I'm getting shot, which launches me, and then I can combine it with the Crater.
You got those guys good.
And yeah, I just got sniped.
Shogo is the game I was thinking of. But yeah, so this is a tournament mode, so you guys are basically keeping score, but you're saying there's like an overall world that's kind of different from this where you guys are, oh, that guy stomped you in the nuts.
Yeah, it's called an execution move, and it actually guarantees a point for their team. So in our team-based deathmatch, we wanted to introduce something a little bit differently. So when you shoot a guy and he goes down, he's not quite dead yet. He's in a bleed-out mode. Now, you can go over and do an execute move, and that guarantees your team a point. But his team, if they come over and revive him, then it denies our team a point. So you kind of want to finish off those guys when they go down.
Right.
When I play a certain class, though, I actually kind of exploit that for personal gain. So when I play a sniper, like one of the funnest things for me to do is to take a guy down, and I'll use the sniper, our recon class, the third ability, which is a long-range mine. So I'll shoot the guy, drop him down, then I'll shoot a long-range mine on him, creating a little trap so that anybody comes and revives that guy will have to deal with the mine first.
Okay, silly question just for my own edification. Do you guys have a melee class that's specialized in kind of like sword swinging, or is it mostly like marine type guys?
Well, the only battle frames that we're talking about right now are the 3 that we're showing here at PAX, which is our Assault, which is primarily a high twitch offensive class, our Medic, which is more of a mid to low twitch class, and our Recon, which is definitely a high twitch class. And that kind of brings up a point, which is our battle frame design is really kind of geared to accommodate different levels of twitch skill. We wanted this shooter to be as accessible as we possibly could make it, so we've included classes that even if you're not great at lining up that headshot, you can still do a lot of things that are productive and actually help your team.
Okay, only 2 more questions, and I think you'll like this one. Since you are the lead designer, what's the one thing you're most proud of that you want people to really notice when they play this game?
The feel of playing the game. That's what, we put a lot of effort into making the characters feel, move, fight right? That's critical for building the rest of your game on top of that. If the feel isn't there, then the rest of the game is going to suffer.
Yeah, it's very distinctive from what I'm seeing, and that's really what drew me to this place, was the very distinctive look. So I guess my last question is, when will this game be available, and what platforms will it be available on?
So we're currently developing this for the PC platform, and we will be releasing this online for download and play for absolutely free at the end of this year.
Free to play?
And when we say free, we mean free. There's no content that is roped off, and there's no velvet ropes. It's like you download and you can play for free. Now we do plan on itemizing the game and allowing players to buy things that will improve their experience, but we're not going to sell players power. You're not going to be able to buy your way to the top.
See, and I love that. I love to see that because it's these guys want to bring out a good game. It's free to play, and trust me, you cannot beat that. So I'm really excited about this game. I would love to check it out and play a demo later on. I mean, I was letting you play it, but I might push him aside and play me some. But anyway, thanks for talking to us. Thank you so much. And check out Firefall, Red 5 Studios.